Right, folks, welcome back to an episode of the Complete Playthrough series with Liverpool Football Club with me, Dr. Benji FM. And we're now in the second half of the season, I feel, right? We're going to play through all the fixtures this year, and if you enjoy the series so far, drop a like. And let's say for 500 likes on today's video. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like, let me know, and let's crack on then. Hull are the opposition today. We're still in the transfer window, but there's 12 hours to go. And I'm going to be honest with you, now the Virgil van Dijk deal has gone through, I think we're not going to be doing that much more. Southampton have gone for John Brooks to hopefully replace Van Dijk, of course, a player that we nearly went for and went for Van Dijk instead. It now looks as if that's the player we'll be buying in about 3 years' time. So John Brooks will be coming to Liverpool, but once he's been a success at Southampton, that's just the way it works at Liverpool. I mean, that's not just a sort of real life thing, that's an in-game thing, just the way it works. Okay, so they're asking about the transfer budget and has it been depleted. I'm going to say there's a little more to bring some players in, not that we're going to, but I have confirmed that we do have some money still to spend if needs be. So Hull today, Hull at 18th in the division. We are second in the league as things stand, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hull causes a problem early in the season. It was a 1-1 away from home. Sadio Mane got the goal, Abel Hernandez got one too, and it was in that period where we were still trying to figure out what's gone wrong. Trent Alexander-Arnold, more bids from West Ham, nearly 12 million for that one, but even so, I don't think he's worth letting go at this point. He's a good backup right back if anything happens to Klein. They're very similar, so like if Klein gets injured, you know you can rely on Trent Alexander-Arnold to come in and do the job. And as we continue forward then, let's see, that's what's gone on then. Lovren's left, it's funny actually, isn't it? 3 big transfers, 3 centre-backs, which is quite funny. Only one world-class one though, so I feel like we've done quite well in that respect. We got rid of one strong centre-back, we didn't get another one. I mean, 50 million. That's the thing with that, though, isn't it? Dundee want Randall. Conor Randall can go on loan. That's not a problem. So here we are then. It's interesting that the 3 biggest transfers were all centre-backs. You don't see that very often. In fact, you don't see centre-backs generally move for like huge fees. So this is the first time. Interestingly, Origi wins Player of the Month. Well, Young Player of the Month for his 2 goals in 3 appearances. I wasn't even 100% sure he was playing that well, but apparently he was. And there we are then. If you just register everyone, I think everyone's good to go. The other 21s, of course, don't need to be. And we've got Pastore back as well, because of course he's been injured. It's like a new... Don't do it, Ben. Don't do it. It's like a new signing, sort of, kind of, not really, because he's technically been bought already in the summer and got injured, but you know how it works. You managed to bring Virgil van Dijk in on deadline day. Were you tempted to get 1 or 2 in before the deadline? Of course it can be tempting, but on the whole, we're happy that Virgil has joined the club, and there's no more to be said on that one. Grich is improving every day, I hope. We're going to put him on the individual training regime to improve his agility, though, so we'll apply that advice. And with these other guys, do we make them available for the under-18s? Probably not. I think we'll just see how our first choice squad does today. And the question is Virgil van Dijk going to play a part in today's game? Well, for 50 million, you'd bloody hope so, wouldn't you? I want to bring in the best players, and to get them you have to pay. I'm just going to give the second answer to all of these because, actually no, the fourth one for that one. Generally speaking, the second answer is the most neutral of all the answers, even more neutral than the middle one, in my opinion. Right then, oh good, Saeed can now speak English, which is nice, and he seems to... Look, when you look at those stats, right, if I'd have brought in a left-back with those stats, I'd have been pretty happy, so he's still coming along nicely. Hull today. Now, this is the kind of game, I kind of want to try out the formation that we failed with against them, just to prove a point, but I don't think we will today. So Virgil van Dijk is going to come in alongside... Now, I think he's going to have to play alongside Klavan. Yeah, Joel Matip's still on international duty, so won't be available. So it'll be Klavan and Van Dijk to begin with. I think he's more of a ball-playing centre-back. So whether we decide to play him in that particular role or a defensive centre-back, although he can do a bit of both, that's the thing. It's going to be interesting. Emre Can should be back after suspension as well, so he can come in next to Henderson. We've got Keita one side, Lallana the other. And of course, you remember, our recent form has been, well, disappointing really. We got a 2-0 defeat to Watford in the Cup yesterday, so we're going to have to try and bounce back with a win against Hull. We played the first team yesterday and they didn't really pay off as much as I thought they would do. Just looking at this bench, by the way, there's changes that need to be made. Wijnaldum can come off it, and I think I'm inclined to take Milner out. Well, that's pretty brave, isn't it? Milner? No, Mignolet. Oh, no, Mignolet can go back in goal. Sorry, I'm getting well confused. Mignolet back in goal then. Klein, Van Dijk, Klavan, Kolasinac. We've got Emre Can, Henderson. I've said that name so many times, or different ways. Keita on the right-hand side, Baldo Keita. Coutinho in behind Firmino, and Adam Lallana on the left. Let's get into this game then. Hull City, Tigers. I think they're just Hull City, though. Actually, was the number 6 available? Right, he gets the number 6. There's Van Dijk. The number 8, Stephen Gerrard's number 8, still available for a player if they want it. Pastore wasn't quite of the calibre, sadly. But I wonder who will get it in real life. That's the interesting thing. Will Liverpool give it up easily to someone, it'll be the sort of thing where they'll have to ask Steven Gerrard, oh, do you think this person's appropriate? Which is quite funny when you think about it. There's the whole side then, playing the 4-2-3-1, very similar to us, of course. Grosicki on the left-hand side. They've got Hernandez again up top through the middle, and Ivan Dro just behind, Mason and Ndai in the middle. So they're a decent side, Hull. Not having the best of seasons, as you'd probably expect. I think a lot of people pre-season in real life predicted them to go down, and they're kind of on the cusp of that as we record this video right now. So we're going to have to see how we get on against them today. I'm hopeful, though. I think, again, we've got the players to do so. We're at home. I think our home form generally has been pretty solid as well. And the players we've got out there today should be enough to beat them, you would think so. And here's the nice cinematic views. I do like the cinematic views. No one's ever at those burger vans. Ever. No one's ever there. Right then, the game's underway. Firmino gives it to Coutinho, and we carry on forward. The league table, generally speaking, is still quite interesting. You've got, oh, hang on, free kick. Van Dijk's on it. I mean, I've signed a free kick specialist. Why is he... He's turned up 3 minutes in, and God, I'll be on free kicks, I think. And he's popped it. I mean, that's unexpected. I've got to be honest, folks. That is not what... But he's massive, by the way. He's huge, isn't he? Just steps up, just bends one into the top corner. Well, that was, as I say, unexpected. What a way to introduce yourself. And he's on an 80% condition already. He's already suffering. I mean, he celebrated that goal too much. I think that's what's happened. And what I was going to say... I mean, nothing's more shocking than that. But Bournemouth and Southampton still in the top 6. Tottenham, Arsenal, and United are still there as well. But City down in 10th, Chelsea in 7th. I mean, they've got some work to do if they're going to get into the top 4. But we're currently top of the table due to a free kick from Virgil van Dijk. I didn't think I'd be saying that when we started today's episode, but there you are. That's happened. One of the best free kicks I've seen. Oh, well, is there going to be another one struck back straight away? It's flipping deflected in, hasn't it? Ivan Dro with it. His 5th goal of the season. We drop back down to 2nd, and it's been a free kick bonanza so far. Watch it again. It deflects off someone. As it's shot then, it hits, I think it's Henderson in the face, who just doesn't move after it's hit him, and then just jogs forward like, yeah, what happened? So they've got, that's their first shot, by the way, and they've got the goal. Hopefully, they will be able to create a few more openings, advantages. We'll go attacking as well. We're at home to Hull, right? So let's try and put pedal to the metal, as they say, as Hull might have a chance to come forward again. And as Emre Can just decides to trip someone up inexplicably. He's been called over. If it's a yellow card, I'm more worried, because that suggests a cross and a goal. He's not even got a card. It's just going to be the free kick. The ball's put into the middle. Van Dijk with a huge headed clearance, but they're working it back in. He's so open. Abel Hernandez. What are we doing? That's their 2nd shot of the game. Abel Hernandez with it. It's Hull 2, Liverpool 1. I've changed nothing about the tactic, really, apart from the fact we haven't got Mane there. And it's Liverpool all over this, isn't it? 2nd half of the season, near the top of the league at Christmas, and then it just all falls apart in January and February. October? Where's that come from? January and February. That seems to be the case. So, I mean, Henderson's on free kicks now. I don't know why Van Dijk's not on it, frankly. He should be on it. As that free kick comes to nothing. Van Dijk's forward, though, plays it into Chiesa on this right-hand side, who drives towards the byline, balls to that post. Lallana's there. He's hit the post, for goodness sake, and it comes all the way back out. I mean, sorry, can we just watch that again? Zoom in, Ben. Oh, no, you can't. You don't edit these. But look at this. Ready? Bang! Just straight into the bench of the other team. Absolutely needless. This has been a strange game. All sorts has gone on. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned as Willian scores for Chelsea against Southampton. They're missing Virgil van Dijk. Roberto Firmino not having the best of times in today's game. Divock Origi, of course, young player of the month. We can bring him on up front. He's not played up front too much, but we can do that if needs be. And I think, do you know what? I'm not straight away. We'll give it a little while, as Adam Lallana looks a little bit miffed. We'll give it a little while, but I think we may well bring on Origi up front for Firmino at some point. Coutinho and him together, they're not really working all that well at the moment. We're going to make Coutinho a little bit more attacking, I think, especially in the 2nd half. So I went attacking, didn't I? And that's when it all went to pot, really. But we'll stay with it. Ordinarily, I quite like the counter-attack, but against Hull at home, I don't know if that's the best system. Although, we say this, right? We know Hull are going to sit back. Look at their defensive shape there. I mean, we'll pause it there. They've got 4 men in the area, 2 on the edge, 2 closing down. We've got 2 men in there very close together. As Keita's tackled, I mean, they get it away. That seems to be the case of what's happening with all of our attacks. And now Hull get the chance to break unless we pin them in. Well, the ball out to Abel Hernandez. They've got a little bit of pace on that side as Klein makes a good tackle. We're going to see if we can break this down. I'm actually tempted for the 2nd half to go counter-attacking. We'll try that, because that's what I think Klopp should do more at Liverpool, is against these better sides, don't be afraid to give them the ball. If Klopp thinks his defenders are as good as they are, right, you should trust them to play a little bit more defensively. Don't worry about that. Don't try and dominate the game, because we're not very good at it, but we're quite good when there's loads of space and we get to move forward as a unit. So I'm going to try and encourage that a little bit more in this game. We're actually going to take Shan off because I don't want him getting sent off. We'll bring on Grujic instead. And we're going to make that change. You know, half an hour to go. We're going to bring on Divock Origi up front to play behind Coutinho. Can he be the difference? Firmino not having the greatest of games for us today. And yeah, we're 2-1 down to Hull at home. So that tells you everything you need to know, really, doesn't it? The time is ticking away a little bit. We've gone to the counter-attack. Hull seems to be quite happy to sort of sit on this now and settle for what they've got. We'll go back to standard, I guess. That's how we got the goal. It was a free kick, but we were on standard, right? So we'll try that again. I mean, mid-management, should we be going a little bit more direct? Origi's got a little bit more pace, so we'll try that out. It's just not happening, though. Time's ticked down. I don't want to, okay, so you'll watch this, and I'm going to get angry. Not good enough today. You'll watch this, and you'll think, you've just lost the whole, Ben. You can't have any excuses. I'm looking at the stats as a whole. 3 shots from them, 2 goals. I've been FM'd a little bit. I think that's the phrase I would use. What I do want to see is where the shots have come from. So where are our shots coming from? So can I look at them? I mean, that's just where they're directed. I don't necessarily want to see where they're directed. I want to see where they were taken from. I don't know if I can do that. You can definitely do it in reports, I think. We'll try and look for this. Hang on a second. This has become of all importance now. Where is this? I know what I'm looking for. Analysis, shots, domestic league games. Can I not just look at one game, though? Oh, this isn't what I'm looking for either. What am I looking for here? Goals? No, because that's what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for shots, and maybe that doesn't exist. Maybe you can't look at the shots in that way. But I did want to see where they were coming from. Actually, what we can do last match, we can actually look at the we can look at the thing. We can look at the pro zone and see where the shots were taken from this way. This is how we're going to just wrap up today's episode. I just want to see where the shots are being taken from, and I assume the majority of them are going over the bar. Does it just say that they're missed and whatnot? Right, we'll get rid of the goals, of course. We'll just put it on Liverpool. So that is, to me, that is the problem. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of our shots are coming from outside of the area, one of which was a goal. But, I mean, actually, no, we didn't even include the goal one. So 16 of our 20 or so shots are coming from outside the area. To me, that's the problem. So maybe from now on, in terms of tactically, we should start working it into the box, because clearly we're not doing that. We're shooting from distance, and it's just, as I say, it's just not working. So I guess we'll think about that as we go to the next game, next episode then. 2 defeats in a row, not good. We'll be looking to bounce back against Stoke next episode. So if you're looking forward to that video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. We'd love with care. That's Benji. Until next time, goodbye. We've just been Hold. I'm on the highway to Hull. I shouldn't have left the little pause. Okay.